समाय कर्मणे आप्याय त्वमग्निया देवमागमुर्जस्वती पयस्वती प्रजावती रणमीव अयक्ष्मामावास्तेन ईशतमाद्यशंसो रुद्रस्य हेतिः परिवो वृणत्तुं ध्रुवमस्मिन् गोपतो स्यात् ब्रहीमर्या जमानस्य पशून् पाहि आनत एतु मनः पुनः कृत्वेदक्षाय जीवसे जयोगच सूर्यदर्शे ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः.
We welcome our dignitaries to this auditorium and request everybody to stand to revere DAV Gan.
अविरल निर्मल सलिल सदय ज्ञान प्रदायिनी ज्योतिर्मय हो चहु दिशि उद्घोष अभय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय प्रबल प्रवाहमयी नित नूतन जीवन दायिनी सदा सनातन वेद प्रणीता परम पुनीता ये धारा अक्षय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय दयानंद से प्रेम भक्ति ले हंस राज से त्याग शक्ति ले धर्म भक्ति का राष्ट्र शक्ति का हो दिन मान उदय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय सुख समृद्धि इसकी लहरें प्रेम शांति इसके तट ठहरे सघन शांतिमय प्रबल क्रांतिमय लिए अटल निश्चय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय.
Thank you all. We request our dignitaries to grace their seat and ask everyone to kindly sit down.
Good morning, everyone. You create your own footsteps on the sands of time. When they are done with dedication and distinction, you are counted on as leaders. As a true leader, one can set his own superlatives. The seed of the zeal to grow oneself as a leader is sown in one's formative years. That is, the school life. He wears a cap of responsibilities and attunes his attitudes accordingly. So, concept of leadership is rooted in school life, and when a formal gathering approves its authenticity, it blossoms manifold.
The swearing-in ceremony is one of the most significant events of school life, where the newly chosen members are officially entrusted with some powers and positions for a complete growth of competitive spirits and realization of rights. It instills in them a sense of belongingness, unity, and fellow feeling.
Today's youthful brains are the architects of the future tomorrow. If diligently nurtured, they grow to be stalwarts in their dream fields. They deserve applause for their practical wisdom and leadership, and herein we are at the outset to lead our new leaders receive their duties in a solemn ceremony.
This swearing-in ceremony is a sacred solemnization to instill the sense of responsibility, revitalize the attitude of leadership among the students, and enable them realize unity among themselves.
The students of our school from standard 6 to 12 are distributed to the 4 houses: Bhakti, Stuti, Sloka, and Mantra. Bhakti house is represented by yellow, is the color of brightness, pleasure, intelligence, and vigor.
Stuti house with the color of blue stands for sky and sea. It symbolizes faith, intellect, insight, and vastness. Sloka house with green stands for nature. It symbolizes development, harmony, brightness, and productivity.
And Mantra house by the color of pink represents friendship, love, affection, and inner silence. Every house has a captain, vice captain, and a representative. They are mentored by the respective house teachers.
Besides the houses, we have 6 clubs such as Eco Club, Quizard, Cyber Hub, Heritage Club, Health and Wellness, and Innovation to facilitate students to explore opportunities and distinction. Each club is led by a secretary under the supervision of a teacher acting as president.
Every academic session, a new cabinet council is initiated into a sacred mission and is entrusted with responsibilities to carry forward the assurance of their predecessors.
Before we record our initiation for the aspiring leaders, we feel privileged to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia, Sir, Commanding Officer, 1 Odisha Air Squadron, NCC Bhubaneswar. Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia, Sir, completed his secondary education from Capital High School, Bhubaneswar, and higher secondary from College of Basic Science and Humanities. After his graduation in B Pharma and LLB, he was commissioned to transport fleet of Indian Air Force. He has a rich flying experience of 2,300 hours with advanced mountaineering course. He had many successful expeditions like Noon and Kun of 24,000 feet, Stock Kangri, Gulab Kangri, and Mount Kanamo. He had also graduated from Para Trooper School, Agra. Sir is an advanced scuba diver, a rescue driver who had rafted from Gangotri to Rishikesh and also actively participated in Balakot and post-Balakot air defense operation.
It is really a true pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia, sir, to this occasion, as we are here for a marvelous purpose of inspiring the student leaders for a greater vision of an empowered future.
It is really a great delight to welcome Sri Madan Mohan Panda, sir, Honorable Chairman, DAV Kalinganagar, Sri Sarat Chandra Mishra, sir, Honorable Vice Chairman, DAV Public School, Chandrasekharpur, Dr. Bhagyavati Nayak, Madam, esteemed Manager, School Managing Committee, Madam Mrs. Ipsita Das, Honorable ARO, DAV Institutions, Odisha, and Principal, DAV Public School Unit 8, Mr. Bipin Kumar Sahu, sir, esteemed Principal, Kalinganagar, Madam Mrs. Indira Bhattacharya, Principal in Charge, DAV Public School, Chandrasekharpur, and Madam Mamita Mahanti, DAV CDA Kotak, whose presence speaks volumes of motivations and blessings for us.
I warmly welcome the passionate pilot of our school, DAV Pokhariput, Honorable Principal Madam, Dr. Sujata, to this oath-taking ceremony of the budding leaders of our school.
We also welcome all our revered invitees, supervisors, all our valued colleagues, and our dear students to this August gathering.
The field is all set to announce the commencement of the swearing-in ceremony. The day is all set to begin a new morning with the student leaders getting ready to be sworn in for their valued crowns.
To encourage our young leaders, we request 3rd Officer Biswaman Mahanti, ANO Naval Wing, to escort Honorable Vice Chairman, DAV Public School Chandrasekharpur, to stage to confer our new cabinet members of Bhakti House with badges, and also to felicitate the outgoing members with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Sir, please. We invite the new Bhakti House cabinet members to proceed to the stage. It's a turn of outgoing Bhakti House leaders to hand over charges to their successors. Now, we have Miss Anindita Mansingh, the new House representative, to receive sash from Miss Ayushi Panda, the outgoing House representative. Miss Anindita is a very responsible and sincere student. She is excellent at art and public speaking, whereas Miss Ayushi is very obedient and also great at debating. We can see them transferring the sash of the house. Miss Sai Krishna Das, new Vice Captain of Bhakti House, is going to receive her responsibilities from Miss J.C. Swayamsri Mahanti, the outgoing Vice Captain of Bhakti House. Miss Sai Krishna is an all-rounder, brilliant at studies, sports and public speaking. And Miss J.C. Swayamsri is a very good dancer. She is intelligent and has sincerely discharged all her duties in the year. She maintained her position as Vice Captain of Bhakti House. The outgoing captain, Miss Swayam Sampurna Mahapatra, is to hand over the flag of pride and dignity to the new Bhakti House captain, Miss Swarna Lakshmi Subudhi. Miss Swayam Sampurna, as a student, is always driven by responsibilities and she is an avid reader and very good sports person. Miss Swarna Lakshmi is a basket of good qualities like playing basketball, dancing, public speaking, cooking and baking. So now the house flag is transferred to the new house members.
Now, I feel privileged to request Honorable Srijukta Sarat Chandra Mishra Sir to confer badges and identity cards to the new cabinet members. Sir, please. Ms. Anindita Mansingh, the new house representative of Bhakti House, is receiving the badge and identity card. Anindita Mansingh, as we already know, is a very responsible student, excellent at art and public speaking. Congratulations, Anindita. Next we have Miss Sai Krishna Das. Moving on to the Vice Captain, Miss Sai Krishna Das, the new Vice Captain of Bhakti House, receiving badge and the identity card. Sai Krishna Das, an all-rounder, brilliant in studies, sports and public speaking. Congratulations, Sai Krishna. And finally, the new captain of Bhakti House, Miss Swarna Lakshmi Subudhi. Congratulations, Swarna Lakshmi, receiving badge and identity card from our honorable guest, Miss Swarna Lakshmi Subudhi, the new captain of Bhakti House. Now I also request Sir to compliment our outgoing members for their commendable contribution to the school. Their service is recorded and appreciated with mementos and certificates of acknowledgement. We begin with Miss Ayushi Panda. Miss Ayushi Panda, the outgoing Bhakti House representative, being felicitated with Miss Ayushi Panda, the outgoing Bhakti House representative, felicitated with a certificate and a memento. Ayushi Panda. Miss J.C. Swayamshri. Miss J.C. Swayamshri Mahanti, the outgoing vice captain of Bhakti House, is receiving a certificate and memento. And the outgoing captain of Bhakti House, Miss Swayam Sampurna Mahapatra. Miss Swayam Sampurna Mahapatra being felicitated with a certificate and a memento. I request the outgoing cabinet members of Bhakti House to stand along with Sir for a snapshot for this memorable moment. Outgoing members, please line up with Sir. This is indeed a moment to cherish and record in our memory. Here we request the outgoing members to leave the stage and the new members to take their positions. We request Third Officer Biswa Mohan Mahanti to kindly escort Srijukta Sarat Chandra Mishra Sir to his seat. Sir, please.
Now, it's the turn of Stuti House, represented by color of blue, as seen in the fathomless sea and limitless sky. To encourage our young leaders of Stuti House, we request Second Officer Sasmita Raut, ANO Army Wing, to escort Honorable Chairman, DAV Public School Kalinganagar, to the stage to confer our new cabinet members with badges and also felicitate the outgoing members with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Sir, please. We invite the new Stuti House cabinet members to proceed to the stage. The turn of outgoing Stuti House lead us to hand over charges to their successors. Miss Vaishali, the new House representative, to receive SAS from Miss Sudipta Lenka, the outgoing House representative. Miss Vaishali is a very responsible and has got many prizes in dance and painting. She is also expert in sports, and Miss Sudipta is very obedient and also won many prizes in sports. Master Rudra Prasad, the new Vice Captain of Stuti House, is going to receive his responsibilities from Ms. Dibyalipsa Das, the outgoing Vice Captain of Stuti House. Master Rudra Prasad is a Commonwealth champion medalist and an international level karate player. And Miss Dibyalipsa is a very hard-working girl. She is excellent at swimming, painting and dancing. The outgoing captain Ms. Tamanna Priyadarshini is to hand over the flag of pride and dignity to the new Stuti House captain, Ms. Amna Arena Aryamai. Ms. Tamanna Priyadarshini is a national level skating champion and state level karate champion. And Ms. Amna has been awarded at various state and national level dance competitions and also loves acting. She has acted in many TV commercials. And now the house flag is transferred to the new house.
Now, I request Srijukta Madan Mohan Panda sir to confer badges and identity cards to the new cabinet members. Sir, please. We begin with Ms. Vaishali Das, the new house representative of Stuti House. Vaishali Das, very responsible and has got many prizes in dance and painting. Congratulations, Vaishali, receiving her iCard and badges. Next, we move to Master Rudra Prasad, the new vice captain of Stuti House. Master Rudra Prasad receiving his identity card and badge. Congratulations to the new vice captain. And finally, the new captain of Stuti House, Ms. Amna Arena Aryamai. Congratulations, Ms. Amna, receiving her identity card and badge. I also request sir to compliment our outgoing members for their commendable contribution to the school. We begin with Ms. Sudipta Lenka. Sudipta Lenka, the outgoing Stuti House representative. They will be conferred with mementos and certificates. And we start with Ms. Sudipta Lenka, the Stuti House representative, felicitated with a certificate and a memento. Next we have Ms. Divya Lipsha Das. Ms. Divya Lipsha Das, the outgoing vice captain of Stuti House. Divya Lipsha Das, outgoing vice captain of Stuti House. And finally, the outgoing captain, Tamanna Priyadarshini. Ms. Tamanna Priyadarshini being felicitated with a certificate and memento. We request our outgoing cabinet members of Stuti House to have a lovely picture of this memorable moment with Srijukta Madan Mohan Panda sir. The outgoing members to leave the stage and the new members to take their positions. Thank you, sir, for doing the honor. We request Second Officer Sasmita Raut to escort Srijukta Madan Mohan Panda sir to his seat.
Sloka House, that wears the beauty of nature, green, spreads the message of harmony, productivity and progress. To encourage our young leaders of Sloka House, we request Third Officer Smruti Nayak ANO, Air Wing to escort Assistant Manager, School Managing Committee, DHE Pokhariput, Dr. Bhagyavati Nayak, Madam, to the stage to confer our new cabinet members with badges and also felicitate the outgoing members with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Madam, please. We invite new Sloka House cabinet members to proceed to the stage. the turn of outgoing Sloka House leaders to hand over charges to their successors. Master Krisang Palai, the new House representative, to receive sash from Ms. Ipsita Jena, the outgoing House representative. Master Krisang is a multifaceted talent who is excellent at quizzing, anchoring various events, script writing, stand-up comedy, and video editing. And Ms. Sudipta is very patient and responsible and also won many prizes in art and craft and debate competitions. Ms. Divyansha Das, the new Vice Captain of Sloka House, is going to receive her responsibilities from Ms. Divyalipsa Das, the outgoing Vice Captain of Sloka House. Ipsita Das. Ms. Divyansha is a great dancer, whereas Ipsita won many prizes in essay and painting. The outgoing captain, Ms. Debjani Sahu, is to hand over the flag of pride and dignity to the new Sloka House captain, Ms. Swastika Patnaik. Ms. Debjani keeps a deep interest in dancing, and one must see to believe how active she is in sports field. And Ms. Swastika aspires to be an architect and hence loves sketching and reads a lot of books related to the topic. And now the house flag is transferred.
Now I request Madam Dr. Bhagyavati Naik to confer badges and identity cards to the new cabinet members. Madam, please. We start with Master Krishang Palai, the new house representative of Sloka House, receiving the badge and identity card. Congratulations, Krishang. Next we have Ms. Divyansha Das, the new Vice Captain of Sloka House, receiving badge and identity card. Ms. Divyansha Das, the new Vice Captain of Sloka House, one who dreams to become a successful entrepreneur of New India, loves acting. And now we have the Captain of Sloka House, Ms. Swastika Patnaik. Ms. Swastika Patnaik, receiving badge and identity card. Ms. Swastika aspires to be an architect and hence loves sketching and reads a lot of books. Congratulations, Swastika. I also request Madam to compliment our outgoing members for their contribution to the school. We begin with Ms. Madhushmita Jena, the outgoing Sloka House representative. Ms. Madhushmita Jena being felicitated with a certificate and a memento. Ms. Ipshita Jena, the outgoing Vice Captain, is next. Next is Ms. Ipshita Jena, the outgoing Vice Captain of Sloka House, receiving a certificate and a memento. Followed by the outgoing Captain of Sloka House, Ms. Debjani Sahu. Now we have the outgoing Captain, Ms. Debjani Sahu, being felicitated with a certificate and a memento. A certificate of appreciation for all her service to the school cabinet. Congratulations to all the newcomers as well as the outgoing members. I request the outgoing cabinet members of Sloka House to have a lovely picture of this memorable moment with Madam Dr. Bhagyavati Naik. Here we request the outgoing members to leave the stage and the new members to take their positions. Thank you, madam, for doing the honor. I request Third Officer Smruti Nayak to kindly escort madam to her seat.
Mantra that wears very beautiful and soft color of pink spreads the message of love, compassion and kindness. To encourage our young leaders of Mantra House, we request the in charge of Junior Red Cross, Mr. Manoj Nahak sir, to escort esteemed ARO, DAV Institutions Odisha, Principal, DAV Public School Unit 8, Mrs. Ipsita Das Madam, and esteemed Principal, DAV Public School CDA Cuttack, Madam Mrs. Namita Mahanti, to the stage to confer our new cabinet members with badges and also felicitate the outgoing members with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Madam, please. Now we invite new Mantra House cabinet members to proceed to the stage. It's the turn of outgoing Mantra House leaders to hand over charges to their successors. First, Miss Aurora Abhisri, the new House representative, to receive sash from Miss Samiksha Boitei, the outgoing House representative. Miss Aurora, the new House representative, to receive sash, and she is receiving there. She is very helpful and friendly by nature and loves to draw, paint and read a lot. And Miss Samiksha is very good at painting and oratory and loves to listen to music whenever she is free. Both of them are very creative by nature. Master Pritamjit Das, the new Vice Captain of Mantra House, is going to receive his responsibilities from Miss Simra Bint, the outgoing Vice Captain of Mantra House. Master Pritamjit is a naturalist by instinct and obedient by personality. And Miss Simra Bint takes interest in doodling and journaling. She is very good at oratory, debating and anchoring various events. The outgoing captain, Miss Pruha Subhangsi, is to hand over the flag of pride and dignity of Mantra House to new captain, Miss Pratiksha Rath. Mantra House students, clap for them. Miss Ruha is an ex-NCC sergeant and is appreciated a lot for her skills in painting, public speaking and writing. And the new captain, Miss Pratiksha, who is very kind and helpful, carries literature in her mind and sports in her heart. Now the house flag comes to the new cabinet.
Now, I request Madam Mrs. Ipshita Das to confer badges and identity cards to the new cabinet members. Madam, please. We start with Miss Aurora Abhishri, the new house representative of Mantra House. Miss Aurora Abhishri, a very helpful and friendly girl, loves to draw, paint. Congratulations, Aurora, received her badge and identity card. Next we have Master Pritamjit Das, the new Vice Captain of Mantra House, receiving badge and identity card. Congratulations, Pritamjit, a naturalist by instinct and obedient by personality. And finally we have the new Captain of Mantra House, Miss Pratikya Rath. Miss Pratikya Rath receiving badge and identity card. Congratulations, Pratikya. Now I request Madam Mrs. Namita Das to confer Madam Mrs. Namita Mahanti to confer the certificate and memento to the outgoing captain of Mantra House. We begin with Ms. Pruha Subhakangshi being felicitated with Samiksha Boite is being felicitated with certificate and memento, the outgoing Mantra House representative, and followed by Simra Bint, the vice captain of Mantra House, receiving a certificate and memento, and finally Ms. Pruha Subhangshi, the captain of Mantra House, being felicitated with a certificate and memento. Thank you, madam. I request the outgoing cabinet members of Mantra House to have a lovely picture of memorable moment with Madam Miss Ipshita Das and Madam Miss Namita Mahanti. We are really honored to have both our guests on stage. Now I request the outgoing members to leave the stage and the new members to take their positions. Now I request the Junior Red Cross Mr. Manoj Nahak to escort Madam Mrs. Ipshita Das and Madam Mrs. Namita Mahanti to kindly take them back to their seats.
If education is the flesh and activities are bones in school life, the clubs act as muscles to keep the theory and practice actively balanced. To encourage our secretaries of Cyber Hub, Heritage and Quijard, we request our Scout Master, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Sahu, to escort esteemed Principal, DAE Public School, Kalinganagar, Mr. Bipin Kumar Sahu, sir, to the stage to confer our new club secretaries with badges and also to felicitate the outgoing secretaries with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Sir, please. We invite new secretaries of Cyber Hub, Heritage Club and Quijard Club to proceed to the stage. Master Arpit Patnaik, the new secretary of Cyber Hub, is to receive the sash and the flag from Ms. Vaishnavi Ray, the outgoing secretary of Cyber Hub. Both of them are computer enthusiasts and spend a lot of time to develop and research on that. Ms. Shivangi Swayam Siddha, the new secretary of Heritage Club, is going to receive her responsibilities from Ms. Devika Devasmita, the outgoing secretary. Ms. Devika served the animals of street during COVID time, and Shivangi is very creative and responsible girl. Ms. Sudeepa Raut, the new secretary of Quijard Club, is going to receive the sash and flag from Master Ajita Abran Singh, the outgoing secretary of Quijard Club. Sudeepa is very responsible and does her work in time, obedient in nature. And Master Ajita is very creative and very good at quizzing.
Now, I feel privileged to request Mr. Bipin Kumar Sahu sir to confer badges and identity cards to the new club secretaries. Sir, please. We begin with Master Arpit Patnaik, the new secretary of Cyber Hub, receiving badge and the identity card. Congratulations, Arpit. Master Arpit Patnaik. And then we have Ms. Shibangi Swayam Siddha, the new secretary of Heritage Club, receiving the badge and the identity card. And finally, Ms. Sudeepa Raut, the new secretary of Quizit Club, receiving badge and the identity card. I also request, sir, to compliment our outgoing secretaries for their commendable contribution. We begin with Ms. Vaishnavi Rai, the outgoing secretary of Cyber Hub. Ms. Vaishnavi Rai, the outgoing secretary of Cyber Hub, receiving a memento and certificate. Ms. Devika Devashmita is next, the outgoing secretary of Heritage Club, receiving memento and certificate. And Master Ajitab Rana Singh, the outgoing secretary of Quizit Club, receiving a memento and a certificate. We request the outgoing club secretaries to have a lovely picture with Mr. Bipin Kumar Sahu sir. Please line up. Here we request the outgoing secretaries to leave the stage and the new secretaries to take their positions. Thank you, sir, for doing the honor. We request our Scout Master, Sanjay Kumar Sahu, to escort sir to his seat.
Now, the next three clubs of the school, and to encourage our secretaries of Eco Club, Health and Wellness Club, and Innovation Club, we request Third Officer Smruti Nayak, ANO Air Wing, to escort esteemed Principal in Charge, D. Public School Chandrasekharpur, Madam Mrs. Indira Bhattacharya, to the stage to confer our new club secretaries with badges and also to felicitate the outgoing secretaries with mementos and certificates of appreciation. Madam, please. We invite new secretaries of Eco Club, Health and Wellness, and Innovation Club to proceed to the stage. Ms. Atasi Anmol, the new secretary of Eco Club, to receive sash and flag from Ms. Anushka, the outgoing secretary. Both of them share the same interest to love nature and paint green wherever they go. Atasi is very responsible and obedient by nature. And Anushka loves plants so much. She's good at gardening and has got a lot of plants at home. They want to take care of nature and our environment. Ms. Sudipta Lenka, the new Secretary of Health and Wellness Club, is going to receive her responsibilities from Master Hariom Guru Prasad Nanda, the outgoing Secretary. Health is wealth, we say. So the club, Health and Wellness, spreads the message how important health is for our life. So both of them will work hard to keep the same. Master Rachit Aryan Asthana, the new Secretary of Innovation Club, is going to receive the sash and flag from the previous Secretary. Ms. Rachit, who is having a great idea about different things and new advancement in science and technology, always finds ways and means how to create something new and innovate things by nature.
Now I request Mrs. Indira Bhattacharya Madam to confer badges and identity cards to the new club secretaries. Madam, please. We begin with Ms. Atasi Anmol, the new secretary of Eco Club, receiving the badge and the identity card. Ms. Atasi Anmol, congratulations for your new responsibilities. And then we have Ms. Sudipta Lenka, the new Secretary of Health and Wellness Club, receiving badge and identity card. Master Rachit Aryan Asthana, the new Secretary of Innovation Club, is receiving badge and identity card. Congratulations, Master Rachit. I also request Madam to compliment our outgoing secretaries for their commendable contribution. We have Ms. Anushka. Ms. Anushka, the outgoing Secretary of Eco Club. Here we have Ms. Anushka receiving badge and memento. Outgoing Secretary of Eco Club. Now we have Master Hariom Guru Prasad Nanda, the outgoing Secretary of Health and Wellness Club, receiving memento and certificate. And finally, Master Rachit Aryan Asthana, the outgoing Secretary of Quizit Club, receiving a memento and a certificate. We request the outgoing club secretaries to have a lovely picture of this memorable moment with Madam Mrs. Indira Bhattacharya. The outgoing secretaries to leave the stage and the new secretaries to take their positions. Thank you, Madam Mrs. Indira Bhattacharya, to do the honor. I request 3rd Officer Smriti Naik, ANO Air Wing, to escort Madam to her seat.
When you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is about growing others. To encourage our school leaders, we request 1st Officer Subhranshu Mohandas, ANO Air Wing, to escort our Honorable Chief Guest, Squadron Leader Amrit Kuntia Sir, and esteemed ARO, DAV Institutions, Odisha, come our very own Principal Ma'am, Dr. Sujata, to the stage. Madam and Sir, please. The most cherishable moment to see our school leaders and assistant school leaders whose dream can translate fancies into realities for the school. We invite the new school leader and assistant school leader to come to the dais and compliment the ceremony. Ms. Jinal Patnaik, the new assistant school leader, is going to receive her responsibilities from Ms. Sudhruti Pradhan, the outgoing assistant school leader of the school cabinet. Ms. Jinal is very disciplined by nature, brilliant in studies, sports, dance, and public speaking. And Ms. Sudhruti is an excellent singer. She is brilliantly active in all important programs of the school and always contributes the best of her efforts. The outgoing school leader, Master Shivanshu Swayam Pragya, is to hand over the flag of school cabinet of pride and dignity to the new school leader, Master Siddharth Dhar. And as all of you know, our outgoing school leader, Master Shivanshu, is an orator par excellence, and one can feel the energy in each of his words. We have already felt that in different functions and events. And our new school leader, Master Siddharth Dhar, is an international level, interstate level dancer, interstate level basketball player, and his poems are published in many reputed publications. He's a writer, basketball player, and dancer.
I request our Honorable Chief Guest to consecrate the position of the new leadership by giving them I-card and badges. Sir, please. Ms. Jinal Patnaik receiving the I-card and badge of Assistant School Leader. Congratulations, Jinal. Master Siddharth Dhar receiving I-card and badge of the school leader. Congratulations, Siddharth. I also request sir to confer certificates and mementos of appreciation to our outgoing school leaders.
They are receiving the cabinet
Register.
notebook.
And now it's time to reward the outgoing members with certificate and mementos. Ms. Sudhruti Pradhan, the assistant school leader, outgoing, receiving certificate and memento. Ms. Sudhruti Pradhan and Master Shivanshu Swayam Pragya, the outgoing school leader, rewarded with certificate of appreciation and memento of acknowledgement. Thank you, sir, for doing this honor. Now dignitaries on the dais are requested to be the part of a photo session along with the leaders. The outgoing leaders first. The outgoing leader and assistant leader are requested to disperse and occupy their seats. We request our Honorable Chief Guest to come down and grace his chair, escorted by First Officer Subhranshu Mohandas, ANO Air Wing. I request Principal Madam to remain on the stage to solemnize the new leadership by administering oath to the new cabinet members. It's over to you, ma'am, for administering oath to the new cabinet. Madam, please.
I,
Siddhartha, school leader.
Chinal Patnaik, assistant school leader.
Swarnalakshmi Sobodhi, Captain Bhakti House.
Sai Krishna Das, vice captain, Bhakti House.
Anindita Mansi, representative, Bhakti House.
Amna Lena, captain, Stuti House.
Rudra Prasad, vice captain, Stuti House.
Vaishali Das, representative, Stuti House. Swastika Patnaik, captain, Shloka House. Divyansha Das, vice captain, Shloka House.
Krishak Palai, representative, Shloka House.
Pratik Yadav, captain, Mantra House.
Pridamjit Das, vice captain, Mantra House.
Arora Bishri, representative, Mantra House.
Arpit Patnaik, secretary, Saiba Hub.
Shivangi Sanskar, secretary, Heritage Club. Sudeepa Rao, secretary, Cuisine Club. Atta Shermal, secretary, Eco Club. Sudipta Lenga, secretary, Health and Wellness Club.
Rajita Esthana, secretary, Innovation Club.
of the school cabinet,
Of the school cabinet.
on this day, solemnly swear that I will render my best endeavor and put forth my best efforts in the spirit of leadership, with discipline, dedication, devotion, sincerity, and honesty, by taking part in the various activities and maintaining discipline, harmony, and decorum of my institution.
Thank you, ma'am, for showing the path of duty and responsibility to our young leaders. We request you to kindly grace your seat. To make these moments more momentous, we request the new school leader and assistant school leader to wave the school flag at the jubilant audience. It is indeed a defining moment for the entire brigade of leaders. I hope that these young leaders will uphold the values of the school and keep DAV Public School Kokarikol's flag flying high. We request the new school cabinet to disperse from the stage and occupy the seats arranged for them.
We cannot see air, but our existence depends on it. We cannot see the soul, but that keeps our body alive. We cannot see blessings, but that's the most vital for our positive transformation. And we must not miss an opportunity to receive the blessings from the wisest minds. We request Honorable Vice Chairman, DAV Public School Chandrasekharpur, to kindly bless our new leaders and all the students. We request the new school leader to escort sir to the podium. The new school leader is requested to escort sir Sri Sarachandra Mishra to the podium. Sir, please.
Good morning, all of you. Thank you. Squadron leader, Mr. Khuntia. Chairman, Mr. Panda. AROs, Dr. Sujata Sahu and Ipsita Das. Principals, Namita Mahanti, Bipin, Indira Bhattacharya, and our very old associate, Dr. Bhagyavati Naik. Teachers, students, in fact I never address you as students, I always address you as my grandchildren. I am very happy to be participating on this occasion. This is a swearing-in session. Why do we do this swearing-in? In the old Aryan tradition, Hindu tradition, three things are part of the Aryan tradition. One is homo, which I would say that we are doing this homo and all that, which you must have done in the morning or tomorrow. Second is swearing in. Third is atonement, which in Oriya we call prayashchita. These three are part of old Vedic culture. When an old king was being put to throne, he used to take oath before a rishi or before his guru that he will take care of the security of the kingdom and welfare of the people. That means whosoever is given any power, he is burdened with responsibility. There is a saying, benefit and burden, power and responsibility go together. Power is not absolute, nobody has power. Power is given only to discharge responsibility. The new cabinet has been given power, authority, so that they can discharge their responsibility properly. We are teaching you here two important things. One is democracy. What is democracy? If you talk to a student of political science, he will tell you democracy is a way of government. But democracy is much beyond that. Democracy is a way of life. Democracy represents certain values. And what are those values? Those values is that when I have a viewpoint, I must accept that someone else also has a viewpoint. And my viewpoint is not absolute. And I am to accommodate. If I am in power, in responsibility, I am to accommodate his viewpoint also. And in a democracy, the majority comes to power. But once you come to power, you are the chief of everybody, not only yours. You have to take care of your minority also. And most importantly, peaceful and dignified transfer of power. In an autocracy, in a military rule, there is no peaceful transfer of power. Transfer of power only through bloodshed. All of you must have read Indian history. All the Mughal emperors, the transfer of power by the sword. But here, transfer of power is with dignity and peaceful. That is what you must learn. Recently, even in USA, the citadel of democracy, President Trump was not prepared to cede power. One who is in power doesn't like to give power easily. That needs a particular mind, and you must learn how to hand over power, not only peacefully, but in a dignified manner. And also, to whomsoever you hand over power, wish him well and cooperate with him. Don't think that the next group which comes to power should not do as well as me. You should wish him so he should do better than me, so that things will improve. Go ahead. I don't want to talk much. I want to thank the outgoing cabinet for doing excellent work for some time. And I want to congratulate the new cabinet, wishing him, blessing him a year of activities, good activities ahead. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words of experience. Thank you for your blessings for our students and everyone here.
Nothing ever becomes real until it is experienced. And when it comes to experience life, the leaders get it in the most intense forms. So let us listen to the outgoing school leader, Master Sibangshu Swayampragya, his experience at the helm of the school cabinet. Master Sibangshu, please.
The stones in a life are present everywhere, but it all depends on who takes up the courage to pick them up, hustle through it, and make a life-changing bridge. A pleasant morning to all our esteemed galaxy of dignitaries. I, Sibangshu, the school leader, is hereby to convey my good wishes and to congratulate our new cabinet. My journey as a school leader started from this podium, and for this year, and maybe for my position, it seems to me just as a last time. But through all out these days, each day etched my heart with warm regards due to everyone. Now, when I near to the culmination of my tenure, I was often been asked what was the best part of being the school leader. And when I look at the whole journey, it is all those smaller moments I have gained, I have secured them within me. From the starting of the innocent smiles of those primary children to the cheerful greeting to every atom of this institution, each filled my heart. When I just look upon you, I see those two lines, it just seems it was just a near time. We were just standing in those two lines, we stood down there. We were nervous upon, just with a happy smile, our palms sweating, uniform all tucked in. We were nervous enough to come to this stage, take the badges, and now, finally, we have given the badges to our next one. I stand on behalf of this whole cabinet to thank each and every one of you, to this institution, and to my cabinet. I express my gratitude to my Honorable Principal Ma'am, a heartwarming, grounded teacher, our house coordinators, Mrs. Jharna Ma'am and Mrs. Mausami Ma'am, for covering up, handling all our ups and downs throughout all these days. And to our dearest teachers who have helped us in every field we have wanted, apart from their personal problems. And to my assistant school leader, who has been with herself, who has been with all the things, all the troubles, but still, she helped me a lot with her cabinet work. A heartfelt thank you to my house leaders, vice captains, the representatives, and the club secretaries who took all their pain apart from their duties just to complete their works more accurately. And this was the sort of them. And a thank you to Mrs. Joshna Ma'am for being so benevolent with the stress apart, and to our teachers and supporting staff, because you are the backbone of the school. You ran every function so smoothly that it was so honor for us and for every one of our guests. But still, a message to my outgoing cabinet. Your duty is still not over. You have to become the worthy citizens to our nation and prove to this world. To wrap up, I would say that when I gave my maiden speech as a school leader, I thought being disciplined was the everything for me. But throughout all these days, I came to recognize that it was much more than that. And I'm still happy that I have been much better than yesterday. In this world, there are many beautiful things, many areas to see. But the most beautiful one is, just close your eyes and see inside of you. Thank you.
So he has got a standing ovation from his cabinet.
Thank you, Sibangshu, for such an inspiring and encouraging speech. I hope the new cabinet will keep the same spirits for the next session.
The purpose of life is to live it, to test experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for new and richer experiences. Such is the attitude of our new leader of the school cabinet, Master Siddharth Dhar. It is time to give a thunderous welcome to our new school leader and listen to his hopes, his dreams, and his promises. Master Siddharth, please.
First of all, a thank you to everybody who have supported me. A warm welcome to our dignitaries, Honorable Principal Ma'am, and everyone present over here. Our ability is not what we show, at that what we apply. Reading in this school since the last 12 years, I have observed tremendous development in academics, sports, curriculum, etc. Guided by the value of unity, understanding, and teamwork. By putting collective goals and selflessly helping the school, we can be a great leader and can succeed a great team. With this, I, Siddharth Dhar, take on the legacy of being the school leader of DA Public School Pokhari session 2022-23. I, with my assistant school leader, Ms. Jinnal Patnaik, and the school cabinet, promise to you to assure our best foot forward and meet the expectation of the school. I thank our principal ma'am for creating such an institution which helps us embed us with values like teamwork, dedication, perseverance, perfection. I also thank our outgoing school cabinets who have mentored us and professionally handled the school decorum. To do same in the better way, they have guided us. And for those who have believed in us and motivated us, it's high time to prove it right. And as said by Master Sivanshu Bhai, the inner you is the most beautiful way to see yourself. That's how you see your life. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Master Siddharth, for your hopes and your promises.
We are really fortunate that the eldest member of DAV Fraternity Orissa is present amongst us, the man with definitive decisions, observant eyes, and an empathetic heart for everyone around. You can all guess, we are requesting Honorable Chairman DAV Kalinganagar, Srijukta Madan Mohan Panda sir, to bless the occasion. I request the new assistant school leader, Jinnal Patnaik, to escort sir to this dais. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you. Respected Chief Guest, respected Chairman Chandrasekhar Kapoor, principals of different sister concerns present here, my dear students, distinguished guests, it is indeed a very pleasant occasion to find replication of the beautiful show of swearing-in ceremony. We have witnessed swearing-in of different VIPs, through programs telecast through video. Today we have seen it personally, and this is happening every year in every school. Already it has been explained by Mr. Misra that every power has responsibility attached to it. So you are taking, swearing in is nothing but owning the responsibility to discharge satisfactorily. Now the point is, in our society, which is a democratic society,
Is it only confined to those who occupy the positions that they will abide by rule of law, they will abide by the principles of justice, and others are free to do whatever they like? And that is precisely what is happening nowadays. To cite a very, very close example that we are witnessing while attending a meeting, if somebody is addressing and we don't like the speech, we start talking among ourselves. Is it discipline? Is it principle to be followed by students? We have invited a guest. If you are not interested in what he is talking, better leave the room and go out. But don't disturb inside the hall. But that is what is happening. Yesterday, that is what we saw. Despite repeated requests, nothing happened. The audience went on talking among themselves, and nothing what he delivered, the chief guest, was audible to most of the audience. So this is not expected. In a democracy, the rule of law is not applicable only to those who occupy positions of office. It applies to everybody. And everybody must abide by rule of law. Then only the country can be really a democratic country and progress further. Now our students in the class also, our students are definitely very brilliant students. DAV has a reputation and fame for academic excellence. Anybody saying that the students are not taking interest in studies would look like a fool. I know that. But still then, there is still some scope for improvement in that sphere. What? We are not taking interest to study what is being taught by the teacher. Very often we take it, yes, it is available through TV, through video. I can later on find out. So we went on talking among ourselves. So our concentration in teaching very often is found to be lacking. It is slack. So concentration in teaching makes a person really wise. Whatever is taught, it is imprinted in his mind. But if somebody just studies, copies some formula and does get mark, it is only temporary, fleeting. It doesn't get into, it penetrates into his mind permanently. So concentration is a most important thing. Whenever you are doing your work or whenever you are in a classroom, please concentrate. Don't divert your attention to something else. Now, another thing also I have noticed very often, our students, what we do, whatever they are taught, they come to the conclusion that this is this, so the conclusion is this. They do not try to penetrate into each and every line of the formula or of whatever has been taught to find out why it has happened like that. So, there is no dissective mind to find out what is behind this conclusion. As a result, what happens? I am telling from my own experience. In the interview of mathematics teachers, I have asked mental arithmetic question. At least 100 questions I must have asked. Probably 1 or 2 questions have been answered and 98 were blank. Very simple thing. These are called mental arithmetic. Do you know, in our times, the arithmetic was in our mother tongue, the textbook was published in mother tongue, and the name was Patti Gonito, means oral mathematics. So it was considered to be the thing to be studied orally and answered orally. So that lack of interest to understand why it is so, why the formula has been like this. But we are getting marks. We know the formula. When the question comes in the examination, we are able to apply the formula and solve the problem. That is all right. But what has happened? It has not gone into my mind. Anybody who has understood in our days, of course, now the boys and girls are much more advanced in thinking, in understanding. That in a sense, they are also brighter boys and girls, I agree. But still then, there is a difference in application. If there is no application, that brightness, that intelligence remains unused. You see, in our days, if in the examination a problem requires application of a formula, and that formula I have forgotten, but I knew how the formula had been derived. So I could work out the formula, find out the formula, and then solve the problem. Because I knew how the formula has been devised. That means we have to involve ourselves in studies. Don't go superfluously, study and get into the books. Yes, this is this. So it must enter into your brain. It must be embedded into your mind. Then only it will remain permanently. Now even after 50, 60 years, certain things are there which one can't forget. If it has been embedded into his brain, it will not be forgotten. Similarly, one more thing I will tell you, that always be submissive, be humble. Don't show off. The general tendency nowadays is, if somebody gets good marks, he thinks that he is the brilliant boy, so he starts showing off and treats others as subordinates or inferior to him. That is not good. Always have respect for others and never feel that you are very superior. You may actually be superior, but try to be more superior. So I don't want to take more time. There are many things which you yourself will understand which is good, which is bad. Provided you have the commitment to be good. You have the commitment to give up all bad qualities. Anyway, the school has been doing excellently well, and not only in academics but also in other fields, co-curricular activities. So I am very happy that this principal and her colleagues have been trying hard to impress others about its achievement. That is good. But at the same time, the real wealth of my development of mind should be also tried. Not only ostensible, but also real. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Bhagwan Mangala Karantu. Samasya Namaskaram. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir, for your words of blessings. Concentration, deep understanding, and being submissive without showing off indeed are the virtues of building a strong character. Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring speech.
May we request our Honorable Chief Guest, Pardon Leader Amrit Khuntia sir, and all our distinguished dignitaries to join Madan Mohan Panda sir on the stage to pass on the baton to new house and club mentors and prize distribution ceremony. And we request First Officer Subhranshu Mohan Das, ANO Air Wing, and Third Officer Vishwa Mohan Mohanty, ANO Naval Wing, to escort all our dignitaries to the stage. We request all our dignitaries to come to the stage and join Madan Mohan Panda sir for prize distribution. Now it is time to welcome on the stage the mentors and torch bearers of house teachers who are guiding spirits behind the effectiveness of the school cabinet.
To begin with, we request the Bhakti House teachers. The Bhakti House teachers, Mr. Dilip Kumar Mishra, Ms. Rajashri Tarangini and Ms. Sasmita Senapati. Sir and Madam, please. Yellow, the color of brightness, pleasure, cheerfulness, and the color of intelligence and vigor speaks volumes about the efficacy of the house. We can see the house teachers representing their house color. The teachers are receiving a rose, the welcome flower, the house register, and their I-cards. Mr. Dilip Kumar Mishra, Ms. Rajashri Tarangini, Ms. Sashmita Senapati. Now Ms. Sashmita Senapati has received her I-card and welcome flower, and it's time for Ms. Rajashri Tarangini to receive her I-card. And finally, the house teachers receiving their registers. We have all three house teachers, Mr. Dilip Kumar Mishra, Ms. Rajashri Tarangini, and Ms. Sasmita Senapati, on the stage with our dignitaries. Thank you, teachers of Bhakti House.
We call upon to the stage the teachers of Stuti House, Ms. Manaswini Mahanti, Mr. Purnachandra Rath, and Ms. P. Kavita Balu, Saran Ma'am. Blue, representing the immeasurable sea and infinite sky, symbolizes the virtues of perception, knowledge, and intellect. So is the Stuti House, vast, intellectual, and full of knowledge. The teachers of Stuti House on the stage with our dignitaries. The teachers are welcomed on the stage with a small bouquet of rose, their I-cards. Now, Ms. Manaswini Mahanti received her rose stick, and Purnachandra Ratha sir, the creative edge sir has got. He has received the rose and the I-card. P. Kavita Balu ma'am receiving her I-card. And three of them together are going to receive the house register, the record of their achievements, their progress and productivity. To Stuti House received its register, to the teachers, the mentors of the house. Thank you, teachers, for this honor.
We request the teachers of Sloka House, Mr. Bhagwan Parida, Mr. Sashank Kumar Pradhan, and Mr. Ricky Paul to be on stage. Mr. Bhagwan Parida is not here. In the absence of Mr. Bhagwan Parida, we'll have Mr. Sashank Kumar Pradhan and Mr. Ricky Paul on the stage. The house color green that says that harmony, opulence and progress makes house an effective one. So here we have Mr. Sashank Kumar Pradhan receiving the welcome flower, the rose stick and his I-card. And Mr. Ricky Pal Shashank Pradhan is receiving his I-card. Followed by Mr. Ricky Pal. The teachers of Sloka House, Mr. Ricky Pal receiving his I-card and the welcome flower, and now both of them receiving their register, the house register. Congratulations with your new responsibility. Kumar Pradhan and Mr. Ricky Pal. And thank you, the teachers of Sloka House. Now it's time to welcome Mantra House teachers, Ms. Tutimai Mantri, Mr. Narottam Sadangi, and Ms. Archana Tiwari on stage. The house color, pink, propagates affection, concord, compassion, and kindness, and so also the house. We have Mr. Narottam Sadangi receiving his I-card and a welcome flower. Ms. Tutimai Mantri receiving her I-card and the welcome flower, the rose stick. Mr. Narottam Sadangi receiving his I-card. And finally, Ms. Archana Tiwari receiving her I-card. And now the house teachers together receiving their house register. All three teachers together representing the color of their house. Thank you, the teachers of Mantra House.
Now, we request the club presidents to receive their welcome acknowledgement from our dignitaries on stage. We request Cyber Hub President, Ms. Asmita Raut, Cuijar Club President, Mr. Durga Madhav Behera Sir, Eco Club President, Ms. Neena Tripathi, Heritage Club President, Dr. Agirisa Shankar Bal Sir, Health and Wellness Club President, Mr. Dibak Ranjan Behera Sir, and Innovation Club President, Ms. Jyotsna Mangaraj Ma'am, to be on the stage and receive their acknowledgement from our dignitaries on the stage. The club president here with us, Sasmita Raut Ma'am, receiving the welcome rose bouquet. Sasmita Raut Ma'am, President of Cyber Hub. With an I-card. Here is Mr. Durga Madhav Sir, Cuijar Club President, receiving the I-card and the rose stick. Dr. Agirisa Shankar Bal Sir, receiving the I-card for Heritage Club. They're also receiving the club registers from our dignitaries. Durga sir here and Sasmita ma'am and Girija Shankar Bala sir. Madam from Eco Club. The I-card is being issued to her. Neena Tripathi ma'am, Eco Club President. And Mrs. Jyotsna Mangaraj ma'am, heading Innovation Club, being the President of the club. Mrs. Jyotsna Mangaraj madam. Receiving the club registers and the welcome rose stick. Deepak Ranjan Behera sir, being the President of Health and Wellness Club, receiving his I-card. All our club president welcomed on the stage by the dignitaries. Thank you. the presidents of 6 clubs of our school.
Now we have all the 6 club presidents on stage with the dignitary for a moment to capture. Thank you, our presidents of the 6 clubs. Now it's time for the teachers who led the school cabinet carry the maximum responsibility, and they are none other than our house coordinators. We request the house coordinator, Ms. Jharna Mishra Madam, on the stage, and the assistant house coordinator, Ms. Maushami Patnaik Madam, to receive their honor from our dignitaries. Ms. Jharna Mishra and Ms. Maushami Patnaik. Madam Jharna Mishra, a very efficient and diligent teacher of our school, receiving her welcome bouquet and I-card. And we have Ms. Maushami Patnaik, very soft-spoken yet highly energetic. And both the house coordinators receiving the house register, the cabinet register. Thank you, Jharna ma'am and Maushami ma'am.
Now it is time for the efforts you have put for different activities of the school, the student community, the club and the houses. We are going for prize distribution. We'll begin with clubs. We have got 6 clubs. We'll find out the best club and runners-up club. And first, the runners-up club. Any guesses? And it goes to Eco Club. Eco Club got runners-up position. We request our outgoing Eco Club secretary, Mr. Anushka, and the club president, Ms. Neena Tripathi Madam, to kindly receive their trophy from the dignitaries on stage. Eco Club bagged the runners-up position among all the 6 clubs. They have all done great work in all the spheres. They are given responsibilities. Clubs have done their best. However, we have to choose only 2. That's why the runners-up goes to Eco Club, Ms. Anushka, and the house and the club president receiving the trophy. Now comes the highest among clubs, the champion club. Okay, you have guessed it correct. It is Cyber Hub. So Cyber Hub gets the championship, and we request outgoing Cyber Hub secretary, Ms. Vaishnavi Ray, and the club president, Ms. Sasmita Raut ma'am, to kindly receive the trophy from our dignitaries on stage. Second officer, Sasmita Raut. And the Cyber Hub secretary, Ms. Vaishnavi Ray. Look at the smiles both of them have got on their faces, getting the championship in the run of the clubs.
Now it is time to announce the most awaited results of the best house and the runners-up. We'll start with the runners-up house, and the prize goes to Sloka House. We request outgoing Sloka House representative, Ms. Madhushmita Jena, Vice Captain Ms. Ipshita Jena, and Captain Ms. Devjani Sahu, and the house teacher Mr. Shashank Kumar Pradhan, to kindly receive their trophy from the dignitaries on stage. Congratulations to the runner-up team, Sloka House. We can see the outgoing captains and our house teacher of Sloka House feeling proud to take their trophy. Runner-up trophy goes to Sloka House. And now it's time for the champion house. Yes, you are right. It is Bhakti House. We request outgoing Bhakti House representative, Ms. Ayushi Panda, Vice Captain Ms. J.C. Swayamshri, and Captain Ms. Swayam Sampurna Mahapatra, and the house teacher Ms. Rajashri Tarangini and Ms. Sashmita Senapati to kindly receive their trophy from the dignitaries on stage. The outgoing captains and the house teachers are extremely proud to receive their champion trophy. Congratulations, Bhakti House. The Bhakti House team. We have the new house teacher, Mr. Dilip Kumar Mishra, also on stage, along with Ms. Rajashri Tarangini and Ms. Sashmita Senapati. Congratulations to the teachers and the students of Bhakti House. Thank you, dignitaries, for doing the honor.
We are really thankful to our chief guest for being present amongst us to inspire young leaders. We request our other dignitaries to felicitate our chief guest for this honor. We request our dignitaries to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia sir. He is given Uttarya as a mark of our deepest honor to sir. Sir, we respect you at the profoundmost level. We are giving a painting by Master Asutosh Baral, and we call Master Asutosh Baral to kindly join our dignitaries on the stage. A beautiful painting by Master Asutosh Baral of Class 12 Humanities. Master Asutosh Baral, kindly join the dignitaries. You have put a beautiful effort for the work. We are also giving the school souvenir, Journey to Zenith, the chronicle of our journey, the journey of the school. Thank you, dignitaries. We request all our dignitaries, except our chief guest, to kindly grace their seat, and we request our officers of NCC to kindly escort our dignitaries to their seats. We request chief guest to be here. Nothing can be more appropriate than get inspired by our esteemed chief guest on the occasion. I request sir to kindly bless the majestic assembly.
Ma'am, actually, I didn't know that.
We are waiting for our chief guest, Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia, to address our students, the young leaders of tomorrow and today. Sir, please.
Respected Shri Madan Mohan Panda sir, Chairman DAV Kalinganagar. Shri Sarat Chandra Mishra sir, Vice Chairman DAV Public School Chandrashekharpur. Dr. Sujata Sahu, DAV Pokhariput. Principal, Ma'am, come ARO, DAV Institutions Odisha. Dr. Bhagyavati Nayak, Manager, School Managing Committee, DAV Pokhariput. Mrs. Ipshita Das, ARO, DAV Institutions, Odisha, come Principal, DAV Public School Unit 8. Mr. Bipin Kumar Shahu, Principal DAV Kalinganagar. Mrs. Indra Bhattacharya, Principal in Charge DAV School Chandrashekharpur. And Mrs. Namita Mohanty, Principal CDA Cuttack. I am really honored for the gesture, for the respect, and to see the enthusiasm and the energy that I see behind sitting there. Thank you so much. And I swear, when I was told that I have to come as a chief guest and motivate you people. I think you are already motivated. You don't need my words. Right? So what I did was, I wrote all these 2 pages because I have never spoken to school kids. All right. And I think what should I do is, hear this. And, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Yeah. And what I think is, I will not give any speech standing there like anyone and come like a friend on the center stage and talk to you, all of you. See, I am a Odia medium student guy, okay? I don't have a very good English, or neither I am a good orator like your ex-president or secretary who just came and spoke a lot. I was wondering, I wish I was that good when I was in school. Of course, I'm still not that good. So, as far as I see a lot of people with a lot of energy and a lot of baggage in, books and baggages of 10 kgs coming to the school, right? Oh. Lot of competitions, lot of academics, and a lot to score, yes? But as a brother, let me tell you, chill. Live your life, because let me tell you, as you grow old, as you go to college, as you go to your professional fields, compete with the world, the life is going to get hectic. The life is not going to be better than this. What you have today is the best part of your life. Trust me. The teachers that you have, the gray hair, the maturity that you have here, you will not find anyone out there in the real world. You will not find anyone who will hold your fingers and tell you, boy or girl, this is not right. This is right. So as sir said, the key to success is to submit, to be submissive. Submit yourself. The day you submit yourself, then you rise. Because the opportunities, the possibilities that you will have when you empty yourself, you cannot imagine. An empty glass can always fill with whatever you want. A filled glass or a half-filled glass has a less opportunity, right? Doesn't matter how much you know, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter where you have reached, how much you have scored. Empty yourself. Empty yourself in front of your teachers, in front of your gurus. Every day you start your morning, be submissive. Start your day touching the feet of your parents. They are gods in flesh and blood. It's told, right? God cannot be everywhere. That's why they made mothers and fathers, right? Why do we need God? We already have gods in our life, right? Start your day with them. When you come to your school, go to tuitions, be submissive to your teachers. They are going to make you what you will be for the young India, right? I don't know what I'm speaking, okay? I'm just so overwhelmed seeing your energy, seeing your enthusiasm. I just thought I'll just leave that dais and come with a mic on the center stage and talk to you. And when I look back, everything is written down there. See, you're fighting, you're competing with your course mates, your colleagues, yes? You need not fight with them. You need not compete with them. Remember, your competition is with you. The challenge remains inside you. Every day you wake up, go to the mirror, stand in front and tell yourself, I'll be this little bit better than what I was. And when you go to sleep, ask yourself, did you make the difference? Every day little amount of difference will take you to places you don't know where you will reach. All right. And most important, you don't score well, you didn't get the first prize in academics or music or taekwondo, doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter, because you will fall. You will fall and fall and fall again. Question is, will you wake up? Will you rise? And will you fight back? That's what. Every time you fall, it will make you a stronger man or woman. The more you fall, the more stronger you get. And remember, nobody can defeat a stronger person. Yes? So your fight is not with your colleagues. Your fight is not with your friends. Do not compete with your friends. Cherish those moments for friendship. These friendship will stay with you lifelong. Your college friends, your professional friends, they will never be your friends. This is going to live forever. So compete with yourself. Make yourself a better human being. And don't be scared of falling or failing, okay? It's rightly written there. End is not an end. Its effort never dies. Law of conservation of energy. Everybody knows? What you do, what you think, everything is a form of energy. Yes? If you have put your energy to do something, doesn't matter you score or not. Did that energy wasted? Then how can you fail? There is no failure. Let me tell you a small story of a friend of mine I met in one of the expeditions I did. You have heard about Ladakh, right? So one fine day in 2017, I was mad enough. I thought I will not go home in my leave. I just packed my bag and went to Ladakh. So everybody was cruising around there and, it's a school forum, and having fun. I just saw one peak out there. I asked one of the friends there, what is it? He told me it is Top Kangdi, the highest peak of Ladakh. And the height, they say on paper it is 20,400 feet. As I saw it on my altimeter is a height indicating device. It was 21,200 feet that day. So I packed my bag and I went up. I thought I will scale it. And I was told that it will take about 3 days to scale. On the way, I met a ex-major of Royal Army, retired ex-major of Royal Army, an ex-army person of United Kingdom Army, right? So we both came to know about each other and we thought we will do it together. And we started. On the way, I met a guy from Pune. If I tell you being from defense, you would say, कि सर आप तो ट्रेनिंग लेके आए, आप तो कर लो, उसमें क्या बड़ी बात है. So I'm trying to tell you a story for people like us, for the normal people, how impossibles are made possible. He was suffering from some disease in which he had lost 70% of his lungs. The alveoli have died down, 70% of it. Rest 30% was having 3 holes. He survived an operation in which they could save only 30% of it. The age of that guy is only 23 years old in 2017. I saw him and asked him on the way when I met him, okay, what have you come here for? He said, I don't know how long I will die, but as long as I do, I'll make sure that this 30% will not remain as a limit of mine. We started the expedition night at 1:30 in the AM, mid of the night. At about 18,000 feet, this guy started trembling. Let me tell you, the amount of oxygen at 18,000 feet is about less than 75% what you are breathing here. So crossing 18,000 feet to 20,000 feet is like a dead zone. This guy did not give up. He failed, he sat, he got up, he climbed another 100 meters, he failed, he sat, but he never gave up. 12:30 in the afternoon, he was sitting on the peak of Top Kangdi. He came back. He came back. He said, I will never give up. He started doing marathons. Today he is totally recovered in 4 years. He is a motivational speaker. He is already. And I swear maybe I would not have had that much of mental power or strength to even think at that condition that I can do it. But trust me, have you heard about Kalpa Bruksha? Yes, the wish fulfilling tree, right? Have you ever seen the diagram? How does it look like? It looks like the structure of the brain. Go back and see it again. Why? The answer lies inside you. There is nothing impossible to achieve which you can imagine. If you can think of it, you can reach it, you can achieve it. Question is, can you think of it? And can you believe it that you can do it? You will never fail. So with that, I have taken so much of time. I will say sorry to all the dignitaries. But while I was sitting there and hearing sir, the experience that he brought out in front of you, the very line he said, doesn't matter wherever you reach, be always submissive. ठीक है? गर्व कभी मत करना, चाहे तुम कितने भी बड़े हो, टूट जाओगे. रावण ने भी किया था, टूट गया ना, है ना? So while sitting there, I just wrote 2 lines for all of you. I will end with that. अभी तो खोले हैं पंख हमने जनाब, उड़ान अभी बाकी है. बात करते हो तुम बादलों की, जाना तो आसमान के पार है हमें. So as we say in Air Force, sky is the limit. Believe and open your wings and start the fly. See where you reach. All right? Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. Ma'am, I'll remember for my whole life. I really am thankful to see all of you, and I feel really good that India is in good hands. God bless India.
Thank you, sir, for such words of heroism and inspiration. We request our chief guest to kindly grace his seat. Now it is time to bid adieu from this inspiring occasion of promoting leadership. I request the House Coordinator, Ms. Jharna Mishra, to extend the vote of thanks. Madam, please.
A hearty good afternoon to everyone present here. It is indeed a proud honor on my part to propose the vote of thanks to this dignified gathering that has made this swearing-in ceremony a superb success. Your encouraging presence has added real essence to this ceremony. With all earnestness, on behalf of the entire team of DAV Pokhariput, I, Jharna Mishra, House Coordinator, thank our Honorable Chief Guest, a hero by birth, Squadron Leader Amrit Khuntia sir, for kindly accepting our invitation and inspiring the student leaders with his words of wisdom and encouragement. Sir, you stood as a role model of duty, discipline, and dedication for our student leaders. I express my deep gratitude to you. Thank you so much, sir. I sincerely thank all the esteemed dignitaries, Chairman Sri Madan Mohan Panda sir, School Managing Committee DAV Kalinganagar, Sri Sarat Chandra Mishra sir, Revered Vice Chairman School Managing Committee DAV CSpur, for gracing the ceremony and inspiring our boarding leaders with their very impressive words of wisdom. I thank Madam Dr. Bhagyavati Nayak, esteemed manager, DAV Public School, Pokhariput, for gracing the ceremony. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. We are indebted to you for your constant support and inspiration for all the activities in our school. I also thank Madam Ipsita Das, esteemed ARO cum Principal, DAV Unit 8, Sri Bipin Kumar Sahu sir, Principal, DAV Kalinganagar, Madam Namita Mohanty, esteemed Principal, DAV Public School CDA Cuttack, for their gracious presence and motivating our budding leaders. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. I extend a pleasing gratefulness to our beloved Principal, Madam Dr. Sujata, whose support, plan, and continuous supervision have made this program a successful one. Ma'am, your passionate involvement in the preparation of every event and care for every minute detail have always inspired us and developed our belongingness to the school. Thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding us for all success. I take this opportunity to thank Master Sivanshu Soyangpragya, the outgoing school leader, and his whole team of school cabinet for discharging his duties and responsibilities diligently in each and every occasion in the session 2021 and 22. At the same time, I also congratulate and bless Master Siddharth Dhar, the new school leader, and his team of school cabinet for shouldering the responsibilities for the session 22 and 23. I thank all our esteemed invitees, respected supervisors, teachers from our sister concern schools, and my dear colleagues, and the beautiful audience, my dear children, each and every one who are still at action to make this program a grand success. Once again, with all sincerity and gratitude, I thank all of you. Thank you so much. Sarvesang swastir bhavatu, Sarvesang shantir bhavatu, Sarvesang kalyanam bhavatu, Sarvesang mangalam bhavatu, Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu.